I'm very concerned because a lot of people nowadays think it's all about trying to change the world. Like, we need to change the world, and they think this is how we're going to evolve as better humanity. But yet, we have been, kind of changing the world. People have been changing the world for many, many years. Actually, the world has changed dramatically. Many different centuries, throughout the world, throughout history, world history. People have always been trying to change the world. And where has it gotten us? I personally do not believe that the world has to be changed. The world doesn't need to be changed. It needs to be restored. There's a difference. Usually when we speak about trying to change the world, we're speaking about a new world, a new system, a new society. When we speak about the new earth, we're not speaking about the world, like that's the world over there. We're speaking about the earth. We're speaking about a renewed creation. Restoring the original divine order, not a new order. It's not about this new normal. It's back to normal. There's a difference. It's interesting because there's a difference between being the change or trying to make other people change. When we make it about trying to make other people change or trying to get everyone to be part of like this new normal going on right now, then it's actually counterproductive. Because when we make it about trying to change other people, it's not about being the change, it's actually trying to be the same. And spirituality is really all about allowing. It's not about pushing people, it's not about pushing the changes. It's about simply being the change and allowing the world to improve, not trying to push things, not trying to manipulate things. But there seems to be a lot of dualistic type of thinking going on in the world right now. Very, very dualistic. And, I want to make it very, very clear. There's no such thing as a perfect world. Well, maybe there is. Maybe one day we'll be in a perfect world. But this world that we live in right now is not a perfect world. It might not ever be a perfect world. There's no such thing as perfect people. There's no such thing as perfect groups. There's no such thing as perfect communities or perfect organizations or movements. There's the good and the bad in everything and in everyone. So it's not that the good and the bad doesn't exist. It's our limited understanding of duality, this idea about the good groups versus the bad groups. Instead of recognizing how many groups and many people have the potential of being good or bad. People have the potential of choosing right from wrong, and this whole thing about the good groups versus the bad groups and the bad groups versus the good groups, it's all distracting people, because there's the good and the bad that has influenced many groups and many communities, and that's the conversation that no one is talking about. So I sound kind of like a geek right now. I'm not trying to sound geeky, but I just want things to get back to normal. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel the world has gotten a little bit too extreme. It's like very extreme energies. And I feel our purpose, especially as highly sensitive people, is not to try to change the world. It's not trying to make the world perfect and make everything all fixed up and everything. It's all about just allowing things to come back into balance. People just need to leave things alone and just let things come back into balance. That's the only way to end the game. And it's interesting because even when we speak about trying to change the system, we're still in the system. When a person's trying to change the game, they're still, this world's out of control. Everyone needs to just calm down. My goodness. So, like I was saying, this, you can tell I'm an empath. But anyways, this world just needs to calm down, okay? So anyways, like I was trying to say, people are trying to change the game, they're still playing the game. Isn't that ironic? We're just going from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, level 4. Like, let's try this one now, let's try this one now. And they've been doing this every single year, every single year. There's always another game, always something else. It's the same thing on the news. Instead of calling it CNN and Fox News, I will call it, welcome to another episode of What's the Problem Now? And it's just the same thing, right? Because there's always something to worry about, always something to worry about. Every single year, every single week, it's like a different level. Like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. And many people think, well, if I just keep getting to the next level, then maybe I can finally end the game. But the game might not ever end. You know, it's kind of like a constant racetrack. You know, the race cars just going around in circles, like a dog chasing after his tail or something. Right? Race cars going around in circles at a stinking finish line. And that's how it is, you know, nowadays. You know, it's like a video game that never ends. And how do you end it? You have to turn off the television. That's the only way. There's only one way to end the game when it keeps on going. That's to turn off the television. So instead of trying to change the game, why not just end the game? And if we don't turn it off, somebody else will. And what will happen? And we're losing. See how that works? So we need to be the ones to turn it off and get back to normal. We need to get back to normal. We can't get distracted. You know, if someone really wants to believe in something, they would. You could find positive and negative qualities about pretty much any person just by reading about the person, reading about what they've been through in their, you know, their story. Because everybody has a story. Every saint is once a sinner. Every sinner is once a saint. So you could pretty much find a good, positive, and negative qualities about pretty much anyone, if we want to, right? So, just wanted to throw that out there. Nobody's perfect, but the one. And it's very important that we understand that because nobody's perfect, perfectionism is an illusion. If I keep trying to remake this video, every single time I make a mistake, I will never, ever be able to upload this video because I'm just playing the game. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Like, let's try this again, and this time good. You heard that meme before? Let's try it again. This time good. Anyways, but basically what I'm trying to say right now is that I just want things to get back to normal. Can we just get back to good old days? Can we get back to, you know, looking at, you know, Seinfeld again, and you know, and you know, listening to Coca-Cola Beach somewhere, or I don't know, just weird example. I just want the world just to calm down. You know, get back. Can we just go back to using social media the old-fashioned way? Like, you know, social media. Not too old-fashioned, but I think what I'm trying to say is like, not have to worry about all these restrictions. You know, like, can we just go back to like uploading on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook without worrying about all these restrictions or having to determine what type of content we're uploading? You know, like, can we just get back to normal, please? Can we just make these easier for people?